Susan. Good to see both of you as always. How am I doing today? Okay. I'm actually doing all right. Yeah. So, last time I had to end stream very abruptly because I had a massive headache. And it turned out that I had a massive headache not because of my usual, like, migraine type issues, but actually because, well, I got really sick. Yeah, so I had a cold, one of those really bad, spring, summer transition-y type colds that everybody tends to get. So I was sick for about a week and a half with that, and that was just not fun at all. They've been going around, so... Oh, game volume's too loud? Okay, let's, How's that? How's that? Better? I forgot. I separated out. I'm trying a new thing where I separated out game and yeah. All right. Yeah, so it wasn't a migraine. It was definitely just a cold, which is fine. And yeah, I'm doing a lot better. I was in Calgary last week, which was really fun. I went on a little tour of the Calgary Zoo, checking things out, taking some video, learning what they're doing new and stuff like that. And that was a lot of fun. So I was talking to a lot of the different volunteers about some different things, and I was explaining to my friend, because I went with a friend, and I was explaining how it can be really hard with fossils to judge exactly what something looks like because of things like fat deposits and feathers and other things that don't get preserved because bones get preserved. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So because he was looking at a polar bear skull, right? And he's like, why is that so small? And then I'm like, because they have thick layers of fat. A lot of polar bears' bulk is fat. So we were talking about how with a fossil, if you get like a fatty polar bear, you can't see that because, yeah, muscle and fat doesn't get preserved. So when you look at the polar bear's skulls and things like that, it's just like, what's going on? Why does that skull look so small? Muscles and fat. And you should totally go to a zoo. It's fun. It's always nice to go to a local zoo and learn more about, like, the conservation and rescue programs going on. I'm going to put together a little presentation later about the Calgary Zoo and their conservation efforts, and, of course, things like how zoos have changed over time from being, like, pretty much just concrete rooms with bars to a lot of zoos have like huge areas now for animals to roam around in, which is really cool. And some places will do things like it'll be kind of like sea access, but also like safe space for animals, so that when you have things like dolphins who have messed up fins so they can't swim properly, they can still swim in and out kind of things, right? But they don't have as many predators. So I'm going to do some stuff about working on some presentations about things like conservation and poaching and some of the new ways that they're tracking down people who traffic animals, things like that. It's so interesting, right? It's super interesting. Yeah, conservation, forestry. You really want to learn all about it because, like, there are some very interesting and sustainable ways to do things. Sometimes we choose not to because, humans are like that. But other times we choose to. And there's a lot to know about. And a lot of what they show on TV is just straight up wrong or deceiving. And a lot of it's also based on outdated knowledge. They're just like, how we just kidnap everything? And I'm like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. That's really not a thing. Kiamu says, I saw something yesterday about a super well-preserved dinosaur where they found it had spikes kind of like a porcupine. Yeah, see, that kind of thing isn't preserved. Like porcupine quills. And porcupines are really cool. It's a really neat adaptation. And we can't know for sure that there weren't dinosaurs roaming around with those kinds of adaptations, right? And that's why we want to know about that, because it's so cool. It's so much to learn about. And I'm sorry that my health worries you, Highway Viking. I'm sorry. It worries everyone. Rochor says that me and my health concern a lot of people. Honestly, I'm doing a lot better than I was when I first got sick 5 years ago. Like, the chronic migraines suck, but I think they will start to, get better now that I'm going to my physiotherapist, and she's helping me with my muscles and figuring out how to get them relaxed and healed. So that does help. That helps a lot. But I also have to wear proper insoles. I have custom orthotics that they made, and I'm wearing better shoes and things because, yeah, my feet... The reason I haven't been on for quite a few days is because I was in, like, severe pain. It kind of felt like my hips were trying to kind of, like... I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with this kind of pain, but you know when it feels kind of like your muscles, like things are gonna dislocate or pull out of their socket, and it really, really hurts. I was just in that kind of pain constantly for 3 days, and it was really bothering me, and I got really grumpy about it, and really, really sore, and I was just not having a good time, so I was pretty much sitting on the couch, icing my feet, elevating things. Today I have a whole system where I've got, what do I have going on here? I have a compression sock, and then a compression foot sleeve, and then an ankle brace. I had to look down to see what I've all got on there, but I've got those going on both those. Yeah, it feels like it's gonna come out of place, or it feels like something's stabbing your heel, or your ankle just gives out for no reason. Like, it's not fun. So yeah, that's why I'm getting custom orthotics to help support everything and help so that everything in my ankles and legs stops swelling and stop twisting, and hopefully I will stop spraining and breaking everything. Hey Faith Piggy, thanks for the lurk! So yeah, we want to do that. We want to get less... We want to be less in pain, because being in pain is not fun. Being in pain is not fun. 0 out of 10, no one wants to be in pain. It sucks. So, yeah, we're working on that. Working on that. Getting in less pain. But yeah, I do want to put together, like I said, I want to kind of take some of my videos about different zoos I've visited and talk about different kinds of conservation and zoos and rescues. And one of the biggest things we want to talk about is how, like, zoos, rescues, all those kinds of things, they're not created equal. Because people think that, everything's created equal, right? Like, I hear a lot of people say, like, every zoo's bad, or every zoo's good, or everything is, very similar. A lot of people like to paint things all with the same brush, right? And that's a very human thing to do. We want to sort things into good or bad. We want to sort things, and we want it to be kind of easy to figure out, like, this one's good, that one's bad. This one will help, this won't help. But a lot of things don't really work like that in reality, right? So I want to talk about a lot of the good zoos and good aquariums I've been to and good things I've seen, and kind of how they work and how rehabilitation and various animal conservation programs work, because it's not simple, and it's never going to be simple. Everything's always going to be shades of gray and different kind of intensities isn't the right word. What am I thinking of? Oh geez, I can't think of the word. But, like, oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Tism, thank you! And yeah, I have a lot of hope that orthotics will help. I can't think of that word right now, but basically, things are complicated, so I want to dive into some of the different complexities and realities of like zoos versus rescues versus sanctuaries and how they work, what works, what doesn't, what we've learned, all that kind of cool stuff. So I want to talk about, there's nuance. Thank you. Nuance. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a lot of nuance in life. And yeah, there are some things that we definitely shouldn't be doing with animals anymore. Like taking pangolins out of the wild to like have as a fancy pet or use as medicine. We can all pretty much agree that's a bad idea. They are very endangered. They should be allowed to, we should probably just leave them alone and let them do their own thing. Or, you know, if they have zoo breeding programs and conservation programs, we should be making sure they get the support so that they can have their babies and that eventually we can reintroduce them into the wild. But then there's things that are more complicated because sometimes it's the choice of, do we round up all the last surviving rhinos and put them in a big sanctuary and protect all of them? And basically they become under human care because they have to have like 24/7 human protection and human help to make sure that they're not being poached and basically starving into extinction and things like that. And some people will be like, no, we shouldn't interfere that much with the wild. That's bad. And other people will be like, but if we do nothing, there will be no rhinos. So it's kind of complicated, right? There's a lot of nuance to it. And you can really dive into things and kind of look at it and be like, okay, but what do we do as humans and what can we do as humans? What should we be allowed to do? Because we are ecosystem engineers. We're like beavers. We have a lot of effect on the environments that we're in. And it's kind of the decision of how much responsibility do we have and what should or shouldn't we be doing to manage the environment and the wilderness that we are a part of. Because it gets really complicated because at the end of the day, it's just like I can plant one flower, but let's say it's highly aggressive and highly invasive, and suddenly that's the only flower in my backyard and it's spreading everywhere. It can be not as simple, not as easy as we think it is. So just a little something to think about. We're going into cartography and I'm just like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about conservation. It's like, I tricked you. It's all conservation. But yeah, after we play some Map, because I'm just really excited that Map's out, because it just came out. The full release is there. It's like $14 on Steam, so if you want to play the game, this is my plug. Go buy it on Steam. It's made by a really nice bunch of Germans, and like, it's a really cute, cozy, and fun game. And if you like it, of course, you know, make some clips, make some tweets, shout it out, tell people about the game, because I like it. I think it's an adorable game. I want to see more cute, interesting, cozy games like this. So that's why I'm going to play it today. We're going to talk about it, make some clips. If we see any bugs, we'll write that down, let the team know. But I want their game to do well. I want them to make more games, because I think it's great. So yeah. Rochor has gotten into Tomodachi Life, so next time I play it, I'm gonna see what he has done, because from what I understand, he's adding Romance of the Three Kingdoms characters into it, and he wants me to draw some things like there's some kind of seal that I have, the Imperial Seal, so they can have the Mandate of Heaven. Oh, sorry, Emperor of China. I don't know Romance of the Three Kingdoms. That's not my bread and butter. That's Rochor's thing. Rochor loves Chinese history, Chinese culture, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Rochor is very China-pilled. So, yeah, he loves all that stuff. Well, how else would you put it? He said China-pilled, kind of like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you love China! You were like 8 years old and like, I want to learn everything about China. So, I think it's adorable. I think it's great. Anyways, sorry, the Hereditary Seal. I don't know Romance of the Three Kingdoms. That's not my jam. You want to know what I know about? I know about things like animals. Ask me about animals. Anyway, Viking says, my home state has helped boost the bald eagle population, so I don't see why we couldn't do minor influence in saving other animal populations with minimal ecosystem construction / deconstruction. Exactly. Honestly, it's kind of deciding. I'm really into like solar punk type stuff where humans and nature kind of coexist and we help each other and boost each other and try to make things better together. I think that would be a cool way to live, where it's like, hey, we can help things, so why not? Because like I plant different things for different bugs and birds in my backyard. I put up things like bat houses and bird houses. I'll give you a backyard tour later where I'll go out with a camera and show you all the different things I have in the backyard to make my backyard a nice little oasis for nature. Because, you know, we need to be nice to nature. Why not? We can coexist. Hell yeah. Awesome. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Anyways, let's get into maps. If you want to talk about feudal Japan, feudal China, in wherever, I'm also up for that. I just don't have much to contribute to the conversation besides going, wow, that's interesting. So, you know. Okay. Let's try to focus, Frog. Focus, Frog, focus. King of Frogs focus challenge impossible. I love the little Crow King. I want to be a Crow King. Oh, hey, Yarrow! Ah! I am also allergic to nature. This time of year, one of the things that's going on right now is all the pollen from the aspen and the birch is flying around like crazy right now. Or is it poplar? Anyways, there's like fluffy tree pollen everywhere, and my body just wants to like peel itself off. So I have to stay inside with my air purifier. I am taking allergy medication, and I wear a little mask outside. I wear a mask everywhere, and people are like, why are you wearing a mask? You're not going to catch a cold. And I'm like, I'm not going to catch a cold from the trees. I know that, but I am very allergic to poplar fluff. Like, let me have my mask so I don't just breathe in pollen and get an itchy face. All right, Billy's Bunch. Let's go find the Raven King's treasure. Oh, hell yeah. That is a great tip. Did you see that? It said moss doesn't always grow in the north. That is... I don't know why people started saying that, because it's not true. You know where moss grows? Where there's moisture. Like, let me see if I can find a good picture to illustrate this. Moss growing in nature. Because that's always driven me nuts, because people are always like, moss grows thickest on the north side of the tree. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Moss grows thickest wherever there's like water. Forest moss, like, think of a peat moss bog. Like, this is a pretty good picture, actually. Come on, load. Like, come on. Because sometimes you will see moss on the north side, but like, it's just moss. It's not choosing to grow on the north. Moss doesn't know. There we go. See this picture? See this thick moss just growing everywhere? It's like, maybe that's the northeast, maybe not. But it's like, wherever there's moisture, because it's like, moss just grows. Well, and what about when, like, a moss lawn? Like, these are real. If you go to a peat bog, it just looks like that, where it's like all across the ground. And people will be like, oh, look for the north side. And I'm like, it's a carpet. It's a carpet. Is north suddenly down or up? Shake, SMH my damn head, guys. SMH my damn head. All right, I will hydrate. Thank you, Yarrow. Thank you, Jaro. I hydrated. I have, I'm drinking the, raw meat Gamer Sups. If you haven't tried Gamer Sups, I do recommend trying them. They're really good. But yeah, the moss thing bothers me so much when people try to talk about that directionally. North equals up. Lawn faces up. Therefore, lawn equals north. I will never get lost again. Just like, look at the moss and just shoot up into the sky. Let's go! Let's go! We're rocketing up north to the moon! I would love to see that. But yeah, Kia Moose, follow me for more hot tips about pollen and masking. Because yeah, masks are great. You get like specific filter masks and they're good for wildfires. They're good for cleaning. It's good for anything you don't want to get into your mouth, really. I love Billy's aesthetic. All right, let's go. So we open map, we move, we can run, we can jump. Okay. All right, chat, memorize all these instructions. Open map. Okay, how do I... It's showing directional arrows. Okay, that's move. Am I doing... Oh, it's tab. That was tab. Okay. Masks are also super helpful for biking during mosquito season. Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes are so bad right now. They're like... I don't know about the rest of y'all, but here in Alberta, mosquitoes are like... They're giant. They're huge. They try to eat you, and you get bumpy and itchy, and it sucks. Cottonwood trees. I'm getting distracted. I gotta look at... What does a cottonwood tree look like? Will we actually map anything today? Probably not, because I want to see what a cottonwood tree looks like. Oh. Oh! Okay, I kind of see why. I see why it's called cottonwood now, because looking at it, when I was first looking at it, I was just like, that's a dumb name. It doesn't even have anything cottony about it, but then it showed the seeds. Look at those. Look at that. Look at that. So fluffy. I understand why it's called cottonwood now. My anger about the name has been retracted. We have the giant mosquitoes too, but they haven't arrived yet this year soon. Well, Kia Moose, don't you also get like the giant horseflies that carry away children? Cause like, mark the tree on the map. Okay. We could do this. So the tree is right in front of us. This is our little island. Oh, whoops. Oh, so the tree would be right there. That would be the tree. The tree's there. Tree. And black flies tend to be good. Oh! I mapped myself! That's funny. I love that. I was like, tree's right there. Whoops. I'm backwards. Okay, well now I know. So this is me. Tree would be here. Okay, so the tree is right there. So tree is there. Hell yeah, that's closer. We got this. Black flies, I also... how come like every fly, like flies bite, mosquitoes bite, horse flies bite. We have so many, I think deer flies bite too. Like there's just so many flies that it's just like they bite you. It's like, what does it do? It bites you. Let's travel. Let's go. Milo's father always read him the fairy tale, The Raven King and Its Mother. Can I find my way around this island too? Well, let's try. Hopefully. I was so bored when we weren't making any progress that I built a sandcastle. Mark it on your map and show us what you can do. Okay. Mark the sandcastle. Okay. So here is... I like how I pointed at that, like physically. Instead of bringing up the map, I just pointed at it with my finger. Oh no, it's round. It's a circle. Why would you give me a circle? Circle is hard. Yeah, I like it when we find landmarks. All right, we can do this now. Oh, perfect. See? Now we've got this little compass rose. Okay. So, which way is north? I don't quite know how to figure out which way is north. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, wait. This is where the sandcastle would be, right? Because the sandcastle is right there, and here's the compass rose, and if we look at the ground, there's grass. And if there's moss growing on the trees, which there isn't, that means we put the moss on the circle, and that way is north. So this way is north. The way I'm facing right now, I've decided it's north because that's where the grass grows greenest, and that way is the sandcastle, and that is how logic works. This is science. We did it. I almost perfectly got that sandcastle! Did you see that? Did you see how close that was? Did you see? Look how close that is! Oh my god! I am the best at mapping! I'm so good at this game. I'm so perfect. I am the most perfect map man of all time. I'm so proud of myself right now. If only Roachor could be here to witness my amazing sense of direction. I think he walked away to check on a cat. I accidentally just spilled water all over myself, but that's okay. Awesome. That was absolutely insane. You have to join our crew. Hell yeah! Billy, I'm in. I'm excited too because the trial version didn't have all of the map tools yet. Billy's favorite anime is Two Piece. Oh my god! Yayo, yayo! Get ready for Two Piece. It's the name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Yayo, yayo! I'm so funny. I'm Billy, leader of Billy's Bunch, the crew that will find the lost treasure of the Raven King. But to follow his tracks, we desperately need someone like you, someone with exceptional cartography skills. To be honest, I've always taken care of that so far. I've tried counting my steps, but, well, I don't even know which way is north. No one does. I even got some grid paper with a scale, but I think it's definitely better off with you rather than with me. I love grid paper. How about it? Would you like to give it a try? Just mark the pile of stones on the beach on your map. Hell yeah, we have steps, we have a grid, we have a scale. We can now count steps. And now we're going to mark the stones. I love this. Okay, let's do this. Let's look at our map. We can do this. We can do this. All right, first things first, I'm going to see if I can find some landmarks. Gonna make my own little landmarks. Like, dead tree, definitely a landmark. Moss, yeah. Grass, yep. Stick, oh hey, there's what I was actually looking for. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I like these landmarks. Let's go. Okay, so now we've got that. So that'll help us. Now let's see, where are these piled up stones? I'm sure oh, there they are. Okay. We've got pile of stones. Oh, there's the, that's this guy. Okay. Okay. Let's count. Everybody count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That was 10 steps. I didn't realize that I could actually, go into the water. Oh, so 10 steps is one of these. So that means one. Okay. We're going to draw 10 steps. So 10 steps diagonally would be like, so that's 5. That's 10. Right? That's like 10 steps. 10. Okay, so that's 10 steps, I think. And then that means if I go back this way, right, because I'm trying to mark the stones. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's more like 11. Okay. But wait, that's not even the... Oh, whoops. It's not the right direction. It's not... let's just pretend I didn't do that. Let's pretend... I think that's right about here. Yeah, because this is 10. But it's like on this bumpy bit. And... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah. And that would mean... I think it's got to be more here-ish. Because it's like... There's the bumpy bit, but it's kind of in by some trees. Because there's like a tree here. And a tree here. See? Trees. Those are trees, right? Right? By the way, I feel like I should reassure everyone again that I'm actually feeling way better today. I've really been resting my legs and feet, and I've got all my compression stuff on, so I'm in a lot less pain. And I am no longer sick. I do have a bit of a runny nose, but that's because of allergies. But I have been taking all of my medicine. I have been resting. And yeah, I'm still seeing my endocrinologist. I'm still seeing my, not psychologist, the other one, psychiatrist. And I'm also seeing a really nice lady in general medicine. So I am going to all the different doctors. So once again, I am going to the doctors, so you don't have to worry. You can worry the regular amount. So I know that I'm a little bit terrifying because, Rochor lets me know all the time. He's like, you need to calm down, or you need to stop trying to do everything, or you don't need to carry 5 shopping bags to prove that you're the strongest in the class. Which, sometimes I just want to carry 10 shopping bags to prove that I'm the strongest boy in the class. Like, we've all been there. We all know that. Did I do it right? A perfect score! Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my gosh. I am the best mapper that ever mapped. I'm so proud of myself. Whoops, that was the wrong button. I am absolutely amazing. Everybody should be so proud of me. Everyone should think that I'm cool, especially Roachor. I just need constant attention. Yeah! Hi, Bite. I love all these kids' designs. So it's like, we've got a robot friend, we've got a human friend. Yeah, I said your name, Roachor. It's because I love you. You're my favorite. You're the most beautiful boy of them all. I love that the robot is a lady. Roachor does need the damsel treatment. Okay, that is the biggest reason that I want to get healthier and better, is so, you know how Rogue always carries Gambit around? Because, like, Rogue's super strong, like, big, muscly waifu. And Gambit's strong too, and he can help, but, like, he knows. Carried around by strong wife. Except, I guess, it would be more like carried around by... Yes, exactly. I want to be his Rogue. I want to carry him around. I want to be able to punch people when they need being punched. That kind of thing. I want to take care of my husband. Exactly, right? Those are the goals. Princess, carry your husband. Bite can read the glyphs of the Raven folk, but she doesn't have enough information to decipher the glyphs. So that's why we have to find the cartoglyphs. Yeah! Find stone cubes. I can do it. Now I have a compass rose. Yeah! Let's see. See? Look at that. I love it. North, east, south, west. Now we don't need Moss to tell us which way to go. Very important. We don't need Moss anymore. Throat punches for anyone who snarks us. Yeah! Exactly. See? Viking gets it. Viking is just trying to lose weight, be humble, and alone. You know what? That is also fair. Nothing wrong with being by yourself. I had to learn how to be by myself, and now I found out that, like, I actually quite like alone time. Sometimes I just want to lie, like, face down in a dark room for, like, 3 hours and not have to explain myself to anyone. It's kind of nice to do that. Or, like, you know when you just kind of want to put on, like, I know not everybody does this, but I like to put on an album from, like, Pink Floyd or London Calling by The Clash, because that's my favorite album. I know it's kind of a basic album to be like, yeah, one of the greatest punk albums of all time, London Calling by The Clash. That's one of my favorite albums. Like, yeah, very basic choice. I don't care. I love it. I love London Calling. I put on London Calling. I, like, lie face down on my bed, and I just sit there listening to that. And I might follow it up with something like Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, because I'm just kind of in the mood to vibe. Or I might just put on something by The Who, like, not The Who, WHO, but the HU Who, the Mongolian ones. Because sometimes I just need to think about the greatness of Mongolia and horses. So yeah. Yeah. It's nice. It can be really, like I said, I'm not hating. It's really nice to just hang out by yourself and vibe. That's how I get most of my comic reading done, because, like, I like to just read comic books by myself sometimes. And it's much scarier to read a horror story by yourself than when you're hanging out with somebody else. Okay, what side of the island am I on? Okay, right there. You mentioned Mongolia and I think of Attila the Hun. Yes. You know, Attila the Hun, Mongolia, same place. I think that they kind of always argue about where Attila was from, but like what I find funny is that like they're kind of arguing whether, because they think Attila was like some kind of Eastern European, right? And they're like, maybe from, maybe from like Ukraine area, or maybe not. It's hard to say. Okay, that's east to the rock. So that way's east. So that would be east to the rock. So that would be about rock there. Right? Because it's east. And that's east. Yeah, east and east. And then that is east. Well, I don't know if they actually know where Attila's from. Plus, as weird as it is, if you get into Eastern Europe, like Siberia area, you have a lot of very Asian people, right? So could have been from an Asian country, could have been from I'm gonna look that up now, because last time I took history, they were trying to figure out exactly where Attila was from, because like the funny thing about Eastern Europe is that it's right beside Asia, so you get a lot of mixing. So people kind of look part Slav, part Asian. It's really interesting. Yeah, far Eastern Europe, close to the mountain valleys, that kind of thing. So I'm not sure if they've actually, most scholars have argued that Attila derives from East Germanic origin. So like a Gothic type name. Interesting. So me. Some say maybe he's Turkish. They kind of all argue. I'm just kind of looking at the wiki, because like he definitely has a very like Asian features, right? But the other big thing too is that when you get back that far to what, 400 Common Era or whatever, what do they call it now? Common Era? Okay, thank you. I get so confused because they keep changing. Before but Common Era, then Common Era. Common Era before Common Era. Era. That's what I said. You said area. I said era. Anyways, I'm gonna argue. Don't clip me. Anyways, so one of the biggest things about history too is that they're all gonna argue about where Attila did or didn't come from and like what Attila's background was. But the biggest thing is a lot of people were very nomadic back in this time, and there was a lot more movement. So it's just wild to me because you look at a lot of these paintings and things like that, and it's like, yeah, they kind of have like a Siberian influence going on in some of these, and then in others they look, it's hard to say, because like they moved a lot, because like here's the Roman Empire, here's where the Huns were, and everyone was afraid of the Huns. They were kind of all over the place, because like it's actually fairly new to have people staying in one place, because being nomadic, moving around, not staying in one place, the more history you look at, the more it's like, no, it was just normal for everybody to just wander all the time. Everybody just kind of like, you kind of had people who stayed around and farmed, or people who lived in small villages, people who like threw their lot in with the king. And then you had conquerors who were nomadic and would just go everywhere and try to conquer things. And then you had just nomadic tribes who just kind of moved around everywhere. Like, it's just, history is really interesting that way, right? Because it's just like, you kind of look at like, where did they move through? Because here you can kind of see like, these are the places that they sacked. This is where they moved through. Like, they moved a lot. So yeah, you had a lot of mingling and going around. I don't think I don't think Attila made it to Africa. Cuz Italy's where he died, like against the Romans, cuz he got something he got sick. Yeah. I kind of find it hard to keep track of which conquerors went where, because like you look at Genghis Khan and it's like, no, Genghis Khan like literally conquered everything. Like, you look at Genghis Khan, let's see if we can find, I need like a map of conquered areas. Here we go. I need a nice big, there we go. Cause you look at like Genghis Khan, like he went hard. Genghis Khan went harder than so many other people, because it's like, look at how he moved around. He got everywhere. And Genghis Khan's kind of impressive because he covered continents, but he also conquered parts of Russia, which was just unheard of back then, because, you know, you would go into cold places like Russia and they'd be like, "Oh, you think you can fight us in Russia? And in the fall, it's going to be winter in 2 days. Have fun with that." And that just was like Russia's strategy, was pretty much wait for winter. And honestly, it's a strategy that usually paid dividends and paid off. But then you have Genghis Khan, who's like, you know what, I'll attack them in the spring. And they're like, our only weakness, not attacking in the fall. Which I just think is really funny. But yeah, and then I can't even remember like Alexander the Great's campaigns, but like there's so many. We should just sit down one day and look at, okay, who conquered where and where did they all go? Cuz there's just so many. And honestly, this is kind of relevant to map because it's like the movement of people. It's a map. Map. Exactly. We'll get back to there. It's true. I would have been distracted either way. You can't keep me on topic for too long because I have to talk about everything on my mind, which is just world history, geography, everything. Let's find the rabbits! I love the rabbits. Okay, so we go to the tree and we find the rabbit burrow. We can do that. Wait. So that's east. Okay. Where am I right now? Oh, east is that way. It's almost impossible for me to not get distracted. Especially because I think world history is so interesting. Hi, bunnies! I love bunnies. Look at all these rabbits. I should be allowed to pet the rabbits. I should be allowed to pet the rabbits. Let me pet them. Pet, 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 pet. Pet the rabbits. Ah, yeah. That rabbit just moved me. That rabbit just moved me. You saw that, right? That rabbit assaulted me. That was an attack. That rabbit has declared war. I think this is the rabbit burrow. Kind of looks like a burrow. It's like a stump. That rabbit declared war on me. You saw it. Assault! Okay. Oh. There we go. So that's about where I am right now. And then there's this little thing. Yeah, I think it's important to talk about history and remember things and kind of know how stuff happened because, like, there are some sad things that happened because there's good things that happened in history, there's sad things that happened in history, and sometimes you just don't need to, like, reinvent the wheel, too. So, 2 to the stump. 2 to stump. Like, yeah, and we gotta avoid having 3 popes again. We had 3 popes once, we don't need 3 popes twice. Okay, I think this is 1, 2, oh, no, it's kind of like a 1 and a bit. This is like a 1 and a bit. Alexis Songka. Alex Song K. Harm. Hello. Did you know that a toad is a type of frog? All frogs, including toads, are amphibians. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That is a very true thing. It's really interesting how all frogs are amphibians. That is true. All toads are frogs. Yep. But not all frogs are toads. And the way you can tell, partially, is things like their skin, the way their feet are. Frogs are great. We love frogs here. We quite love them. I'm an amphibian. Other amphibians include things like salamanders. Kiamu says, gotta up those pope numbers. Next time, 4 popes. Yeah! Yeah! 3 popes, those are rookie numbers. Yeah. Did you know that newts, and I'm going to say it the white way even though it's wrong, axolotls are both types of salamanders. All salamanders, including newts and axolotls, are amphibians. Yeah! We love them. We love those. How do I say axolotl properly? Axolotl. Because I know I'm saying it wrong. Okay. Oh, I'm not even close. Okay, let's try again. Asholot. Asholot. I'm using the phonetics. Cause it's like an indigenous Mexican word. Cause yeah. It's a species of mole salamander. That's cool. Yeah. Axolotl. Yeah. Axolotl. Because the Mexican way is axolotl. It's really interesting. Yeah. I just find it interesting. I get distracted very easily. Where are they found? Huh. Wait, back to mapping. Crap! I know! I don't even have ADHD. I'm just too interested in everything. Which is really funny. I have faker ADHD, though. Okay, so this is 1. 1. So that would mean this is like 1, 2 towards the stump. Nah, my psychiatrist probably would have caught it by now if I have ADHD. Though, I haven't tried taking Rochord's meds before. Me with ADHD not noticing we've gone off topic again, yes. I think I'd be too powerful if I was ADHD. Instead, I just have regular ass trauma, because, you know, they had to give me a debuff. I had to get a debuff somehow. Oh yeah, Cecilians. They're cool. Cecilians do look very wormy. Some people thought that Cecilians were, they thought that they were, like, snakes, but it's like, nah, they're just weird little dudes. No, Viking. It's every streamer has ADHD. Every streamer has ADHD and traumers. Wait, where's the oak tree? Oh, I think... So, I'm gonna say this tree that looks different right here. This is probably our oak tree, right? Because it's different looking. And that is the rabbit burrow, which is near the tip. Actually, I'd say the rabbit burrow is probably closer to here. Oh, I was close. I was so close. Only I can diagnose you with ADHD. That's how it works now. Just kidding. Did you know that spiders, harvestmen, scorpion, mites, and ticks are all arachnids? Hell yeah! Yeah! Arachnids are weird little dudes. They're cool, though. I like harvestmen. Oh, something kind of fun. So, one of the retired biologists here in Athabasca actually does a lot of studies on harvestmen and other insects. He has some really cool photography of various arachnids and butterflies, things like that. Arachnids, butterflies, insects. It's mostly like harvestmen and the various butterflies, because I used to do a butterfly count here. So, very cool pictures. Actually, I might be able to find his stuff. Just give me 1 second. So I think you can see... Ah, here it is. Excuse me. Sorry for burping into the mic. Ah, here we go. This is the professor. I just put it in chat. Robert Holmberg. He has some really cool photographs of various digital pictures, digital archives, stuff like that. Spiders, all kinds of stuff. I'm good friends. Please do not do that. Do not make any compilations of me burping. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not. Chicken and veggie sesame teriyaki stir fry. That sounds delicious. Thank you for coming to hang out again, Viking. It's always a pleasure to have you here. You always get me very interested in some different topics. So I always appreciate you coming here and being like, hey, you should talk about this. What is this? Burgers roast. Oh, right. How do I eat that? Just eat it. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. You know, that would be okay on a cracker. Can you put some on crackers with cheese for me? Rochor gave me liverwurst to try. I wasn't sure about it at first, but I think it would be good on a cracker. Anyway, Night Viking, enjoy your nighttime. I like the rabbit burrow. I just like rabbits. Same. Look, it shows my map right there. Right there. Look, everyone. This is my map right here. This is my map that I made all by myself. I'm so proud of me. I'm doing such a good job. See you later, Viking. Have a good evening. Boop, ba-doop, boop. Boop, ba-doop, boop. Ba-doop, boop. I'm just being a little bit stimmy right now. Oh geez, what am I thinking in my brain? What am I thinking about? Anyway, okay. Back to mapping. This is my map. It was made for me. It was made by me. Oh, now I'm covering Billy up. I'm sorry, Billy. No, I am Billy now. Oh, wow, amazing. You really did it. Our first new island. You're incredible. I could never do that. I know, I'm the best. I'm also super humble. Next we should look for a starfish family. Starfish. Mark the cluster of starfish by the ruin. Hell yeah. Alright, let's take a look at this map. Oh, so we got a big stream. We've got northeast, southwest. Okay. Remember, never eat soggy wieners. Keep that in mind, chat. Alright. Okay, so we got, there's like a little stick going in between the two. And got like bumpities. Bumpities. Okay, so I think the dock is... No. Wait. Okay. So going out this way and that way. I want to mark the dock. The docks. Okay. Let me think about it. That way and that way. So the dock... I think the dock's here. I think this is the dock. The dock. So we are going to put the dock there for now. Because that's where we came on. Or is the dock more here? Anyway, dock's this way. Crackers, thank you. Okay, so we got the dock. First things first, we figured out where the dock is. We did it. And then we've got these. And then there's an archway. And there's some bees. There should be like a compass spot, right? Pretty sure there was one. There it is! Okay. Yay! Thank you! Rochor gave me some cheese. My favorite. Cheese and crackers. Okay. So I want that. So now we have the compass. Now I have the compass. Okay. Got compass. Got... Behind me there are bees. I'm going to try to put the bees on the map. So which way am I looking right now? Okay, so that way's to the water. So water's south. That means that's north. And if I'm to east and west, right? So looking towards the water is south. That's south. Wait. So that's north. Never eat shredded wheat. Okay, there we go. So it's west towards bees. West to bees. You can read that, right, chat? I spelled that correctly. I got this. Okay, so that's that way. So the bees are somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. Hey, big cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 to bees. 7 less to bees. All right. So it's 7. It's 5. And that would be 1, 2. No, wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Yeah. So, like, that would be the 7. Yeah. Okay. So I want to go 7 towards the bees. And the bees are in the tree, right? Because there's a big beehive here. And if we look that way, we can see that it's not quite, it's kind of lining up with the red dots. And the red dots are kind of sideways, right? I think. Let me look. Okay. No, that's straight on. Okay. Yeah. So the red dots are straight on. So that's kind of where the bees are. Not that we need to know where the bees are, just that I think it's useful to kind of have an idea of where they are. All right, starfish. So now we're looking for starfish. Okay, so that's north. This way is... No. South to the water. North to the land. West. And then inward is east. Right? Yeah. So this is east. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's starfish. Those are starfish. Okay. So 10 to the east. So that's a starfish, I think. Yeah. So then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's almost 11 actually. Okay. But yeah. That's definitely north, east, south. Yeah. North, east, southwest. Yeah. Okay. So stars are about here. Ooh, okay. I was close. I see. So a little bit more on the that direction. Let's try that again. Okay. So I said they were up here, but it's more kind of downwards. Okay, yeah. No, I see it now. I see it now. A ruin! I knew it! That means Raven City is... Oh, hey! It's our red panda buddy. See? Red panda. Very cute. Very, very cute. It is... Oh dear, this is Milo, the third member of Billy's bunch. He's not very good with strangers, but don't worry about it. He was like that with all of us at first. Nobody likes strangers, I get it. Pippin does do red panda paws. That's why he's the best little boy. I love my little son. He's a good kid. Oh. Ooh. Milo knows all about history. And the Raven folk. Cool. I like how Milo's just like, I don't want other people here. Also same. Mark the ruin in the north. Alright. So that's that way. Let's go north. Oh no, I'm stuck. Hey Tiny! Hello! I'm streaming over on Twitch. You're over on YouTube watching. How's it going? How's it going? We're looking for... Oh! Found it. There's the ruin. Wait, what's 7 plus 2? That's 9, right? 5, 6. That's like 9. Yeah, 9. So somewhere here-ish? That's a ruin? But there's also water.
Thank you for taking my spot, Thorn.
No, but that's not right. Rochor just lost his spot because the big cat decided that she lives there now. Okay. Huh. But it's like really close to the water. So. No, I think I know whereabouts it is now. Okay. And you go that way. To where it's less squiggly. And then it's like... Yeah, because that's less squiggly. I think. Yeah, that makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. 1, 2... Ah! Come on! 1, 2... Yeah, that's like at least 5. So I think it's more like... over this way. Because... I had to jump a little bit. I'm going to try that. Let's find out. Boom. Oh! Hell yeah. Treasure time. Treasure time. I'm gonna find the treasure. It's mine now. All this treasure for me. Oh. There's a treasure map. Treasure. Mm-hmm. Where's my secret treasure chest? Arr. I'm a pirate now. Treasure! Hell yeah. I got treasure! What is it? It's treasure! Mom. Honestly, stickers would be helpful for treasure maps. It belongs into a museum! Oh, calm down, Bite. It's fun. Let me have these stickers. Oh, cool. There's a respawn button. Alright. Alright. Let's find this flower. Mark the flower that's not white or yellow, and find all the optional treasure. First things first, let's find some landmarks. I remember this one from the demo. Because I got stuck here for a while because I mapped everything, like, backwards for some reason. But this time, I am not going to map everything backwards. Hopefully. Though I am going to just dig because I like to dig. They're like, you don't need to dig up the whole island. Me? Too bad. Too bad. I'm going to dig. It's like when my dog Pippin's just like, I want to dig. And I'm like, okay. Hell yeah. Okay, we've got our compass now. Got our compass. There's the mysterious flowers. And the big tower. I remember somewhere around here. Not the rabbits. Well, maybe the rabbits. Then there's the bees down there. Yeah! I'm remembering now. I remember digging up some spots and being like, these are my stickers. They were made for me! I like digging at the sticks. That just kind of looked mysterious for a second there, so I was like, Dun, 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 dun. Trying to remember, there was like, oh, I think it's up here. There was the spot that, yeah. Because that's a cube we're going to have to find later. And this, if I remember correctly, I go... Yeah, there's like a little X here that's over top. And if you go down I think there's an X somewhere. Somewhere, I think. I'm trying to remember now. So I know it's somewhere in this area. It's like you dig where the X is. So I remember doing that. Oh! There we go! I figured it out! I want to mark the rabbits on my map because the rabbits are the best. I love the rabbits. It's like we've got all these other ones and I'm like, I want to put the rabbits on the map. Let me mark the rabbits. Okay, so south. Yeah, okay, cool. So south is this way. Want to put the rabbits on the map. So I'm pretty sure that's the different colored flowers right here. Oh, nope. I went the wrong direction. Oh, southeast, that's why. Whoops. This one's southeast. See, this is why I gotta double check. Because that's where the flowers are. Don't interrupt people. Don't be rude. Right? I'm pretty sure there is a rabbit sticker somewhere around here, so I'm gonna go find it, Tiny. I'm gonna find those rabbit stickers. Mark the corner of the house with the white stone somewhere northeast of the landmark. Okay. I'm also putting a tower sticker so I don't forget. Trying to remember. I feel like I found something last time that I forgot to check out. Well, here are my buds, the bees again. I love the bees. So we found the bees and we found the rabbits. And there's like 3 or 4 secret treasure chests somewhere. Bonk. It'd be funny if I just keep digging in random spots and I find all the secrets. Even though, you know, I'm just not... I'm just, what do they call that? Like, strong arm in it? It's like, hey, maybe you should try to follow the hints. Nah, man, I'm just gonna keep here and I'm just gonna keep doing things, making everything work out for me. Can I, like, zoom in? So I feel like the walls might have maps on them. Not really seeing one here, though. But maybe over here? Where is my secret treasure chest? I kind of forgot what I was supposed to be Oh, mark the corner of the room with the white stone. Northeast. Okay, we're white stone corner. That's south. That's west, south, east. Oh, so that would be north that way. Northeast. Okay, so northeast. Oh, okay, up there. I see now. Sometimes it takes me a sec because I'm like, there's nothing there. Okay, so the east is east. So that way is east. East. And that way is north. So we got northeast is that way. And it looks like it's two of those. So like northeast, I think. Yeah, so that's northeast. But then you go over one? Oh, wait. Which way is north again? That way is north. Okay. So north is that way. Yeah. So I think it's about there. Yeah! There we go. I figured it out. I feel like I'm getting much better at this. We still have 6 maps from Milo, but no further coordinates to locate the next islands. Ooh. Have you seen a new cartoglyph on the island? Without it, we're stuck here. Okay, so I gotta look around. Mark the cartoglyph. That's the box thing, right? The cube? Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna munch my crackers and cheese in the background while I solve this puzzle. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. West. I should probably switch back to the step tool. Or I could just be confident. Just map things by vibes. Y'all know how this works, right? Mapping things by vibe. Okay, that's 5 more. 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 15. So 15 across. So 5, 10, 15. Okay, so I was right. And then we go up. I like how they kind of built houses on a grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I got an achievement for counting steps. Hell yeah. So that's 5. Wait. Am I going north right now? 6, 7. Shit. Which way? I just realized that I've been assuming that I'm going north, and I'm like, I don't actually... Wait, what's that? That's a map. Shit, where's my map? Where's my map? Okay. There's foot, and then there's... Gotta go there. Gotta go there later. Find some treasure. Okay. So we've got 2 places to look for treasure. Got this. I hope there's stickers there. I hope it's more stickers. Maybe that's the rabbit stickers. I hope it's the rabbit stickers. Okay, so that's south. Okay, so south. So then it's 8 south. South. So about there is the cube. Let's try that there. Hell yeah! We're getting so good at this. See, if all the houses here are 5 steps long, if I find a house that's 3 steps long, mark it. Okay, cool. Mark the ruin that's 3 times 2 steps long. Okay. We can do that. But first, we're going treasure hunting, because I found a treasure. Okay. Which way is that? So that is southeast. Where am I right now? Southeast! Let's go. Let's go. Southeast time. Southeast time. We've got this. I feel like I'm more patient with the maps in the game than I would be in real life, because in real life it would be like, alright, we need to check sort of around this area, and I'd already be gone. I'd be digging up the whole beach. Everyone would be like, you need to stop digging up the whole beach. You need to calm down for like 5 seconds, and I'd be like, I'm digging up the beach. I'm digging up the beach. I'm digging up the islands. I'm digging up the water. I'm just digging everywhere. I'm like, I want stuff. Let's go. And everyone's like, you need to calm down for a few seconds. And I'm like, no. I need to dig up the beach. I love the beach. Is that right? I don't think I'm on the right part of the map. Shit. Ugh, my sense of direction is not good. Curse you being directionally challenged. Okay. Where is this? Shit. Where am I? I don't know where I am. I'm lost. Cartographer gets lost. Can't figure out which way is north. Everyone else is just like, are you okay? No, I'm lost again. Wait. Okay. I need to get higher, I think. If I get higher, I can figure out which way I need to go. I think. Alright. I'm looking for that. Alright. Actually, if I look that way... So I know I'm looking towards there, and there's water over there. Okay. Yeah. So that puts me about here. So then if I go east, which I think is this way. Okay, I think I figured it out now. I think I figured it out. I think so. I think. No. No? No, I don't think so. No. Maybe? Maybe. Actually, Maybe it's here. Maybe? But I don't think it jets out right. Maybe. Maps are impossible. Nope. Because it shows... I'm all itchy right now. So there's the dock. There's a bunny. Excuse me, bunnies. Can you tell me where the treasure is? Okay, so the dock is to the west. Oh, shit. Wrong one. So, west to dock. So to get to the dock, we go west. Right? Because that direction's west. So like... Okay, so the dock is somewhere. Yeah. Right? So if I see the dock, I'm going the wrong way, because the dock is to the west. I have to go east and south. So that way's east. And south is down. Yeah. But it's also going to be... Wait. Yeah, okay. No, I've got it figured out now. Because this is south and east. So I have to go this way. Okay, I've got it figured out now. I was running in the wrong direction. Yeah. Okay, we've got it figured out now. Yeah. Following your compass may be a good idea. Wait. But if I'm going towards that means I'm in the wrong direction. So I have to go this way. Have I been going west this whole time? Or north? I gotta find the right landmark. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. So this is the foot. Okay, I found it. Yeah, this is the right spot. Yes! It's the rabbit sticker. It paid off. We got the rabbit sticker. We did it. Believers. It's a little rabbit. I love it. Yes. Okay, so now we have the rabbit sticker and we have bees and the docks. Got a bunch of good stickers, actually. But you know what we don't have? We don't have treasure. Or the Raven King's treasure. Whatever that is. I hope it's pizza. Pizza. Just 1,000-year-old Raven pizza. Yum. Ugh. Okay. Just gonna roll down my socks a little bit. There we go. That's better. Alright, alright. So we've got... We're looking for the 3x2 step long ruin. Which is not this one. That one's big. Just go look for the biggest ones possible and be like, that's right. I'd say this is not 3x2 either. That one's too long. But you know it might be 3x2 steps. 1, 2. Oh yeah, it's definitely this one. The one that's near the bees. Not the bees. Whoa! I don't remember what I was circling here, but I'm gonna just... We're just gonna erase those marked. 1,000-year-old pizza! That's the treasure! That's what we're working for. We're working for 1,000-year-old pizza. Don't forget what they took from you. And it's 1,000-year-old pizza. That's the treasure. I swear. Because they're speculating on, like, what could the Raven King's treasure be? And I'm like, just very, you know, old pizza. That's, like, fossilized at this point. It's good for you, probably. Yeah, aged for flavor. It's like when you age beer, except it's for pizza. It's fine, probably. Trust me, it's good. Eat the pizza. Alright. I'm gonna figure out where those bees are and then we'll go from there. So that is water. Definitely water. And when we look that way, that's looking to the east. So we're looking to the east. So that's the east. So if I am facing this way looking east, that means north should be to the left of me, I think. No, wait. Because if this way's east, and the tower, when I look to the tower, no. Let me think about this. Okay. Looking towards the tower is east. So that is east. That is east, looking to the tower. So where I'm standing right now would be west of the tower, right? Because if I'm looking to the east, that means that this way is west. I think. Frick. I am struggling with directions today. Let's not, let's just go find that compass rose again and I can figure it out from there. Okay. All right. So that way's... Oh. This way's north. Okay. So the bees are north of the tower. So B north of tower. So we got the bees north of the tower. And they're also... So the bees are in the northeast. So bees are in northeast. So we can put the bees... They're in the northeast. So they're the northeast of the island. Okay. So bees are in the northeast. Bees are northeast. Yes. So that would be... This area is where the bees are in. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I've got this. We're figuring it out. Okay. So bees are in the northeast. They're kind of... They're in that northeast area. And why that's important, that they're in this northeast area, is because we know that white stone, we know where this white stone is, right? Because that white stone Did I not mark that white stone on my... I thought we marked the white stone on the map. Crap. Well, whatever. We know the bees are in the northeast quadrant. That much we know for sure. And we know that this guy, right here, that's one big... Because everything's on a grid, right? So it's like 1, 2 to the white stone. Yeah. So that puts the white stone like, what, right there? No. 1, 2, I think. It's all very, very mathematical. Okay. From the compass rose... 1, 2. Wait. Compass rose. Wait, where'd the compass go? No, wait. I can do this! Nobody help me! I got this. I swear. Okay. So that's 1 straight ahead on the east. 2. And then 1 over there. Okay. Yeah. That's where the white stone is. Because it's northeast. Wait. Northeast is the other way. So otherwise it's northwest. So northeast is that way. Right? Wait. North, then east. Yeah, because I'm facing east right now. So if I was looking northeast, it would be 1. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm facing northeast. Wait. East and south. I put the dude in the wrong spot. Okay. So this guy, that's north. That's south. This is east. Yeah, okay. So this guy's in the right spot now. And the flowers are southeast, which makes them right there. But this is northeast, and northeast is this way. And that puts that there. Okay. We're figuring it out very slowly. I'm very directionally challenged. Yeah. Okay. So this is 5, 10. That's about 15 and a bit to the west. So, no wait, to the north? I think so. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. So the bees are here-ish. Because they have to be there-ish. Yeah. Yeah. And then the ruins, I have to go west to get to the ruins. And to get to those, I would go... Okay, let's go on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So about 8 steps to the west from the bees. So 5, 10. So that's going to put them about there. So that puts them there-ish. So they're kind of like directly across from the bees. Maybe a little more. I was close. I was very, very close. So just more on this side, I think. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I figured it out. We got there. I'm slowly getting better with my directions. That is kind of difficult figuring them out. Hell yeah. I am learning how to be a skilled cartographer. Because last time when I played the demo, I completely messed this area up and I did it backwards. But this time, I did it. So, we're all learning together. We're learning together. Ooh, treasure. 13 steps north, 7 steps west of the tower. Okay. I can do that. I want to pet all the bunnies. Dear devs, please add in feature where we can pet all the rabbits. Love, King of Frogs. I would love that, though, if they added that in, but, like, obviously they don't have to. But wouldn't that be cute? You just go around petting the bunnies on every island. Just picking them up and holding them. Very important feature. 13 steps north, 7 steps west. So we've got west is that way, north is this way. So said 13 steps north, 7 steps west. Let's go west first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they said north. 7 steps west, 13 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I not mapping my count? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wasn't this just where I was? 13 steps north and 7 steps west of the tower. So not here. Maybe? Nope, that's stone. Huh, I think I'm off a little bit. Or I could just map this in the regular ass map and then go dig. Okay, so tower's here. So I think I went a little too far. Aged pizza for flavor. I want the Forbidden Raven pizza. It's just got all the toppings. Okay. 13 steps north, 7 steps west. So tower is here. 10. Okay, so that's north. So that's about 13 steps north. And then west. Say it's about there. So let's go. Let's go digging. Let's go check this spot out, shall we? Give me my sticker. I want my sticker. Sticker? Yeah. Let's check out this spot. Okay. You stick 10. Yeah! I'm going to put more stickers on my maps. I love how they're like, you stuck 10 stickers on there. And I'm like, and I'll stick more. I will keep sticking them. Ooh, what do you want to bet the treasure's in here? I hope so. Yes! I knew it. I got the dividers. That belongs in a museum together with the sticker box. Bite, stop being a buzzkill. Bite is such a buzzkill. So, there's one treasure I'm missing. So, I'll go back and find that later. But right now, I need a break. So, I'm going to go use the washroom and take a stretch break. So, I'm going to run some ads. And I will pause everything. Going to turn off the music while I am. I'll just put on a quick. Let's put on a video to watch. I'll put on a video showing you where I was over the weekend in Calgary. So you can learn about the Inglewood Bird Sanctuary while I have a quick stretch break, but I will be back. Let's see what we've got here. They've got a lot of great ones. How long is this one? That's a minute long. Lots of these are like 3 minutes long, and I'm like, I need something a little bit longer than that, guys. Here. Oh, that one's just a walk. That's not fun. Come on, guys. Where's a good Inglewood? Here, this should. Oh, here we go. City of Calgary. They've got some videos about Inglewood. Perfect. I'll see if I can find Bird Sanctuary. But yeah, I need to go use the washroom and stuff, so I'll show you watch some stuff about the Inglewood. All right, have fun learning. I'm gonna go use the washroom and stuff.
And soon marched west and settled right here in Alberta. Let's go back in time together and take a walk through my historic home and learn about the incredible legacy I left in Calgary. From humble beginnings, I accomplished a lot in my life.
Hello.
To make sure that you, of course.
So we're really excited to have you here as part of the Mayor's Environmental Expo and what. And finally, since the 1950s, we do maize species counts. We do just individual, I guess, counts of different flowers or plants in spaces so that we can be, I guess, advocates of that environment. So that's who we are. And now I'm going to start talking about birds because that's what this is all about. So this concept is called a spark bird, and I have a spark bird. Not everybody does, but I got my spark bird when I was camping, and I heard this bizarre sound, and that sort of ignited my curiosity, and it made me want to learn a little bit more about what was making that noise. And so my spark bird is something called a Wilson snipe, and so it is a kind of bonkers looking bird. And oh no, um, it's got this long bill and this kind of funny little body. But the thing that really caught my attention was this. So I was standing on a dock, and this is a sound I could hear, and it was all around me, and I didn't know what was going on. And it took me a few weeks to figure it out. But this is called a winnow, and it is a sound that these birds make in flight. So this is actually when they're flying, they're going up and down, and as they go down, their feathers make this noise, and so that's what you're hearing. And so that sort of is my spark bird. So when you're looking for birds, what should you be looking for? The first thing is the size, and that's pretty common because it's something that you can kind of get your head around. But be careful, because size can be a little bit deceiving, especially if there's a bird way high in the sky, or just all by itself on a tree. Sometimes that can be kind of difficult to tell. The second is color. Birds are for the most part fairly colorful, and even if they're not colorful, sometimes they have interesting patterns and markings that really can help you distinguish one from another. The third thing is location, and that's not only like where you are on the planet, but that could also be like a habitat, so wetland or a forest or a prairie, but it could also mean some other things, and so we'll talk a little bit about that. And the fourth thing, and this is probably my favorite, and that's bird behavior. Birds have these unique personalities, and they really, when you start watching them, you can really start seeing how they kind of express themselves. And some of the behavior is consistent across the species. So if you find it in one bird, you'll see that they do that same thing, no matter where you find them. So size. So bird size, generally when you are birding, you want to compare one bird to another, but when you're just starting out, you might not know all the bird names, and you might not know what you're seeing. So if you don't know a bird, you can start comparing it, or have a comparison. You can start comparing it to your body parts. So sparrows, they're really tiny, and they're about the size of the palm of your hand. So their little bodies are like little golf balls with wings. So that's kind of the size that you're looking at. With a robin, it's kind of like the size of your palm. So it's a lot bigger. Than that. And then the crow, it's like body is like the size of my head. So just it's not that bad, but it's just about the size of my head. And then finally with a goose, it's sort of the size of your torso. So it's kind of it's a fairly chunky bird. Like when they stick their wings out, they're much larger, but I'm just talking about their actual body size. So if you don't know any of these birds, instead of trying to think about comparing it to a bird, you can always compare it to a body part, because that can start giving you some reference points. So bird color, we've got two sort of examples here. The top one is a common goldeneye, and if I asked you to pick out some colors from that bird, I'm sure it would be super easy, and you would probably say black and white, and you would be correct. Black and white is sort of the primary colors that you would look for on that common goldeneye. You can also see why it's called a common goldeneye, because it does have that yellow eye. So that's, again, a feature that you might want to notice. This bottom part here, and you remember how I was talking about some birds that are just brown but have kind of fancy patterns. So if you were just to describe the color on this, you would definitely say it was brown. And then as you got better at birding, you would start noticing what some of the patterns along its face are or along its breast are. So that way you can start describing those as well. But just as a beginner, you would just say it was brown. It was a brown bird. So I'm going to give you guys just a moment to look at these different birds. And if you want to, I know it's really hard to be interactive on these calls, but if you just want to kind of give an idea of what colors you might pick out for these 4 birds here. I know some of them are quite fancy and have a lot of colors, and others are a little more subtle. But bird color is one of those things as you get better at determining color, you can start picking out which features are most important. So I think we have a pretty quiet audience again today. So we'll start with a mallard here, and I don't know if you're in your classes, you can shout this out, but it has a really bright green head, and that's one of the features that that male mallards have, and then this sort of brownish body, and then just on this wing you can see this huge, big, bright flash of blue. So that would be another color that I might pick out on a mallard. For this herring gull, and gulls are an interesting sort of group. Most of them are white and gray. So if you just set out the bird is white and gray, you would get a whole list of different kinds of gulls. And so you need to probably pick one other color on here. And with gulls, you want to look at their eye color. So this one has a light eye. If you were looking at something like a California gull, it would have a dark eye, or the color of their legs. So this one has sort of like pinkish legs, and again, like a California gull would have something like gray, yellow legs. So those types of things, as you know the species a little bit more, you can pick out some of the other features that are important. This is a Bohemian waxwing, and they come in huge numbers in the winter. So they do something called overwintering here in Calgary. They're about the size of a robin, and you will find them a lot in urban neighborhoods because they love, I'm sure people have this in their backyards, these berry trees. They're called mountain ash, and they love, love, love these berries. And so as they eat them, they get this little red waxy tip on their wing. But the colors I would actually pick out on this bird are sort of gray, and then you can see under its tail here, it's got this rusty rufous, it's called a rufous color, and then this bright, bright, bright yellow tip of the tail. And then this greater yellow legs. So shorebirds are kind of fun because they have, a lot of them are kind of white or brown and buffy colored, but sometimes they have these really great colors of legs. And so on this bird, you would definitely pick out yellow as one of those primary colors that you would want to say. So that's how you would look at that greater yellow legs. So let's talk about locations. There's lots of different places to find birds. You can find birds all the way down in the Antarctic. You can find them in the Arctic. You can find them in the desert. So no matter where you go, you will probably find a bird that has adapted itself to that habitat. So up here we have a wetland habitat, and then down here we also have a wetland habitat, but you can see how they're a little bit different. So this top one has these tall, poplar trees or spruce trees, and they're all right up against the shore or the edge of the wetland, whereas this one has like larger mud flat sort of marshy areas, and then this low scrub bush along the side of the wetland. So in these two locations, there would be some crossover of birds, but I would expect to see different kinds of birds here at this wetland because there's a lot more open water than I would at this wetland where there's not as much open water and a lot more overhanging branches. And then we also have other habitats right here next to the city. We've got that open prairie. So you'll find a lot of raptors in this area, and raptors like a Swainson hawk or a red-tailed hawk. They love these open prairie areas because they like soaring in the sky looking for little voles and mice and then come diving down. And then you've got this sort of forest area, and forest birds are a little bit different than some of the other areas as well. And so you wouldn't find some of the same birds here as you would the prairies or wetlands. So I talked about sort of the habitat, but the location where you find it in that habitat is also critical. So some birds really like foraging on the ground. So you'll typically find them sort of pecking at the forest floor, eating seeds and insects and other things they find there. Others prefer foraging in trees. So you'll find them going up or down, or you might find them in the lower half or the upper half. So some of them have those preferences. And then other birds really love, say, singing from the top of a tree or soaring up in the sky. So again, knowing where you find that bird in the habitat can give you some clues as to what kind of bird you have. And finally,
I'm back. I hope you enjoyed some How to Bird video from Calgary. Alright, let's get back to maps. I think I'll do one more map, maybe two, and then I think that will be it for today. So I don't want to overdo it, because it has been a while since I've streamed. So. But I'm enjoying this game a lot. It's really cute. And that's what matters. And then I'll be back, hopefully, within the next few days to give you some birding tours and facts. We'll have some fun. A picnic with fruit, pancakes, and cookies. That always cheers up my little sister when she's having one of her tantrums. I like how she gets mad. It's not a tantrum. Leave me alone. Billy's just like, okay, I'm glad you're over your tantrum now. Let's look for a flower meadow. Okay, so you can pull them out. Ooh. Select a pencil to draw with your dividers. I just got a weird tickle in my throat. That's really cool. I like that. So I can go like, and then oh, no, that's not it. Okay. So I go like that, and then, but how do I make it do the circle? Oh, there's a circle! Okay. So I click on this guy, and that draws a circle. Yes! I'm just gonna make circles all over my map. I love, whoops. It's okay. This is why we erase our mistakes. I love that. Oh, that's the best. I love this. Yes. Oh. I like tools. All right. Okay. Where am I starting on my map? I don't actually know. Okay, let's find some landmarks. But yeah, I'm really excited to do some nature tour videos and kind of like, not necessarily reviews, but some educational stuff and I guess sort of reviews, talking about the different zoos I've been to and talking about conservation and just giving you all some ideas of what's what, you know? Okay. Because I like talking about my trips. I like talking about different journeys. I just think it's fun to learn together as a group. We could do some geometry together. Maybe learning more about maps will help me with math too. Because I have a lot of trouble with math. I struggle with it, but that's because I can't picture any kind of math stuff in my mind. People are always like, oh, just picture it in your mind. And I'm like, I can't. I can't. I have to write things down when it comes to math. It's a learning disability, you know? Dyscalculia. Dyscalculia. Thank you. I need a little bit of extra help, and that's okay. All right, so let's figure out where I am. Okay, so that's north, west, east, and south. Gotcha. So this is north. Gotcha. North. And that would make this east, south, west. So northeast, we've got a nice big thing of flowers. And I think that looks like a great picnic spot right there. So let's Wrong. Oh no! Where did I accidentally put that? Okay. That's north, east, west. I'm close though. So that's north, and that's west. So kind of like... So what, like more up here? Oh, no, not there. What about... No. Okay. They're like, you're close, but it's not there. And I'm like, Okay. So 6 steps away from me. Gotcha. I'm glad that it tells you to try again. That's nice. I might have to actually map this out. I was just going to try to not. Okay. Okay. So north is top. Oh, I might be looking at this compass wrong. I think. North, west, south, east, I think. I'm a little confused by this. I hate this landmark. This landmark sucks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're 6 away from the compass rose. And it has to be this way, right? I agree, 6 steps away is perfectly adequate. So it's got to be there. Because that's the high up point. And then, yeah, the water's down there. Or over there. How am I that far away, though? That doesn't make any sense. Because it's like, I'm up here. I don't understand where I'm off. I don't understand what part I'm off by. Is it this way? Nope, that's more off. Then is it straight up? No. No, it's not. Okay. This is confusing. Well, that was closer. So I'll just take that one. Mark the wooden planks on the beach. I'm just gonna... So the picnic table was here-ish? So that's where the picnic was. Picnic. Picnic. Do I have flowers, actually? No, I don't. Never mind, then. I feel like it was close enough. Alright. Wooden planks on the beach. Bless you. Bless you. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Alright, so we're about 16 steps towards, so that's 5, 10, 15, so 16. So this is about, yeah. So that's where the docks are. So I'm going to put the dock in here, just so I have a better idea of what my map looks like. And then I want to find some planks on a beach. It's allergy season. Allergy season's hard. I wonder if by the planks they mean the pallet. Or I guess that might be planks. Maybe. Okay, we've got a little dude there. And we've got that dude over there. Yeah. I think. Okay. Yeah. No, I think I figured it out. So, here to here. And we know the planks are going to be somewhere in this area. So let's count them out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here-ish. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, kind of more here-ish. I think. Ooh, I was very... Yeah! Nope. Yeah, that counts. That's close. That's correct. There we go. Yeah! Stone basket and the hammer. Stones for their houses have to come from somewhere. Actually, so you're saying they mine stone here? Yeah. With their wings? Yes. Milo's like, no one ever listens to me. Poor Milo. Milo's like, please just listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8 towards there. Everybody just talks over Milo. So... 1, 2... Wait. Okay. That would be... So this is... Yes! Okay, that's what the dividers are for. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, okay. I have figured out this. We're fighting with gunpowder now or something. Okay. So that's 8 steps. And then if we move this, we got 8 steps. That is a very useful tool. I like that. So then we take it here, take that there, erase this thing, and it would be 8 steps. So, okay, wait a second though. So we know it's within the circle, because that's 8 steps. But it's kind of got to come across. So it should be here, I would think. Because that's, you got to be able to see all of those. Oh, I was very close. That's so cool. I like that. I think, though, if maybe more down like that. Okay, yeah. No, I see. That's so cool. The Raven people were very advanced for their time. Then the Raven King's treasure must be something incredible, like pizza. Oh, there was a treasure on that island, too. I'm gonna have to figure out where all these secret treasures are later. Because I know they're gonna be cool little stickers. Want to select your tools faster? Use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many flowers! We're definitely gonna find your flower here. So what's so special about the flower? The raven flower is known for its perfection, be it its appearance, its scent, or its adaptability. That must be pretty exhausting. Yes. Yes, maybe, but she can also grant wishes. I wish for ancient pizza. That sounds pretty cool. Then I'll finally fit into... Oh, no. Oh, no. Rue. Oh, you poor baby. I'll finally fit into my perfect family. I'll be nice, well-behaved, and friendly. Oh, poor Rue. Oh, no. But, Rue, you're already nice and friendly? Oh, no! Anyway, let's get started. Mark all red flowers on the island. Multiple missions. You now have multiple missions active at the same time now. You can submit them in any order. That's really cool. Mark the red rose bush. I like how we got secret trauma. It's just like, I want to be perfect like the rest of my family. And it's like... Anyway, moving on. Poor Rue. I feel bad for her. She was kind of bratty and stuff, but it's like, she's kind of like a little kid, you know? Like, she's not bad, she's just little. Like, be nice to her. Aww. I'm gonna protect her. Be nice to that poor little lady. This map's big. That's cool. They're getting more complicated as we're going along. So we gotta find the red rose bushes, mark the red poppy, mark the red hanging flowers. So there's 3 different kinds of red flowers to find on this island. And this island's also quite a bit bigger, so I'm gonna kind of try to get some bearings here before we go too far. Because it's like, there's the red rose bush. But... And there's like... Oh, there's some bunnies! I love you, bunnies. Okay. But we gotta... And a bee. But we've also got to figure out, like... I kind of like to walk around the island first to get a better idea of what's all there. Because, like... They've kind of got a lot going on. So you can kind of figure out what you need for landmarks. Oh, I didn't know this game was going to make me sad. Cozy little map game, and it's like, secretly, I wish that my family would accept me even though I'm kind of a menace. And I'm like, you poor little menace, you can be my menace. You can be my menace. Oh, this is cool. It's like a compass tower. Interesting. Interesting. So this is our compass tower. And I think there were stairs not too far away, right? Yeah. Okay. So then we've got... So the compass is also a tower, which is sort of confusing, but, you know. Then we know... I feel like I should mark that it's also a tower, because otherwise I'm probably going to forget that. Okay, and these are the stairs. So that's stairs. I'm going to put S for stairs, because I feel like knowing where the stairs are is important. And then there's an archway down there. Ooh, we get some cool looking things later on. Like, there's obviously the shovel, but it looks like we also get some binoculars. Like, what to know? A seagull! Look at that seagull just seagulling about. I am much too distracted by everything, but that's okay. Okay. So that's north, south, west, east. Gotcha. All right. Oh, they're the hanging flowers. Okay. So the hanging flowers and the poppies are kind of close to each other. And there's the staircase there. And the staircase kind of ends here. Okay. So that would put the poppies... Not that I have a thingamajiggy for them. So there's another one of those towers. So the hanging flowers are kind of on a wall here, and I think the poppies are around there. So I would say that the hanging flowers are kind of here. Let's see. Ooh, very close. 0.7 steps. That's pretty good. So there, we've got the poppies, or not the poppies, the hanging flowers. And then we walk towards the poppies. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards the poppies. So, hanging flowers, so that's 5 and 6? Yeah. So the poppies are kind of like in there. Yeah. Ooh, not as close with that one. Okay, I kind of see where I was off, though. I kind of see where I was off. Okay, so let's... I'm going to try that again, because I think I can get that one better. It's kind of more like that. Yeah, that's better. Not perfect, but that's okay. That's about where it was. So, and then the red rose bush, that was near where the dock is. To find that, I'm going to mark the dock first, actually, because the dock is kind of... So the dock's kind of in this area. But I don't see what they're looking at to... Oh! That's the tower! That's the tower! I was like, there's no random just little square. And then I'm like, because that would be the tower. And then you put the dock over here. So there's our dock. That's our starting position. And if we go from the rose bush to the dock, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the dock. So that's 5 plus some change. So it's just kind of in there. Yeah! So there we go. That's not too bad. Oh, and there were 3 hidden treasures on this island, too. Okay. So as we can see, chat, I'm going to have to go back and search for the hidden treasures. But the nice thing is, I do have kind of a working map to go, you know, pinpoint these treasures later. I think they did a really good job on Map. Like, the final version is really nice. I think I might play some more later tonight because I'm kind of getting sleepy, so I think I'm going to go have an afternoon nap now. But I am really, really enjoying Map, and I think they did an awesome job. So, like I said, go check out Map if you haven't already. It's out on Steam, and it's not super expensive. If you haven't joined the Discord already, please join my Discord. Please check me out on my other socials. I'm just going to put those in chat real quick. So if you haven't, you want more King of Frogs, join my socials, join the Discord, hang out with me, talk to me, tell me what you thought about Map. Over the next few days, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things streaming again now that I'm not having as many issues. I'm going to talk about that in the Discord as well. We'll do some more nature streams, talk about ducks, frogs, talk about all that good stuff, play some more Map. Might even play some Map tonight because it's just a nice little cozy game, and I'm actually learning quite a lot about navigation and cartography, so very fun, very cool. And I really like all the characters. They're all really cute. So anyway, I'm gonna get you all set up to raid someone, so we're gonna go, let's find somebody to raid, and yeah.
Playing Stardew. Lydia's playing Stardew.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there's other people playing Map right now, so we could go see somebody else who's... Oh, they're in German, though, unfortunately. So that might not work out very well for us. So we need somebody who's English. But, let's see. Let's see who I'm following. But yeah, some other people are playing Map. There's people playing all kinds of games. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna have you... Who should we raid? Let's go raid Moo Moo Clover, because... she's looking at some fan art, and she's cute. She's a little cow. So tell everybody Bog Raid. I think she'd liked us to tell her that we were having fun playing a cozy map game. So, all right, let's raid. Oh, it says we can't raid her right now. That's too bad. Who can I raid then? Who can we raid? Oh, hey! Let's raid this guy. He's got rain cake. Let's see if we can raid that guy. They're also playing Map. So, let's see. All right, let's get ready. Let's go raid more Map time.